I forgot to plug in my mic, and as the music was playing, I looked down at the plug and noticed that it's not plugged in. Anyways, while we're here, how's it going? I'm having a great start to my stream. It's just great. And I do have great people. It's great. We're gonna do great things. It's gonna be absolutely great. Great, great, great. How are you doing? How's it going? Let me just change this because I don't like it. Okay, there we go. Let's just resize this to make it great. Fit the screen. Oh shit, taking a short break. I'm not taking a break. Wait, I don't think I have any, I don't have anything. Oh, wait, no. Wait, I do. I do. It's great. It's great. Look at this. It's great. That's great. That's absolutely fantastic. How are you guys doing? Slightly annoyed that I have to memorize 5 paragraphs in Spanish by tomorrow. Come va? That's Italian. Wait, I just fucked up. That's fine. It's okay. So, today, we're going to be using Photoshop. I'll quickly just go into the project and I'll just show you guys what I've been working on in terms of animations and stuff. So, didn't want to miss the stream, so I'm screwed. I just, just mute it and then just work. You have something on the side, so whenever you memorize one paragraph and you just glance over and you look at it, and it's great. Okay, I was just making sure that my intermission screen is up and making sure that you guys can't see any secret details, the details. Okay. So, I think I turned off my webcam because I'm not doing webcam today. All right. So, oh, whatever, it doesn't matter. I've got quite a bit of stuff going, mostly animation stuff, and then we're gonna be soon working on the mechanics. The mechanics. Taking a sip of water. Most of the stuff is actually working in the server side, so single player, but we need to make it work multiplayer. So I'm going to be doing a lot of work on that. That's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of replication stuff. So I got my... I changed up some of the stuff, like the player, rather than it being in the camera, like where you can rotate around it. I made it so it's just locked. Yeah, mechanics. Got the mechanics. So I got that going, but I also got some turning animations, so it looks good. Your feet aren't sliding as much. I think I can definitely do some more work on this, but at some point. And got that sword in. Got some little swinging animations going on. I want to make it so you can swing downwards and hit someone's feet. So let's say they have a shield and they're not crouching or something. Who knows? We'll look into that. That's something I really want to do, though, because then you kind of have to be careful as to where the enemy swings. But that's mostly what I've been working on. A lot of animation work to get it prepared for the actual combats. And like the combat works, it deals damage and stuff. It doesn't actually have. I need to, I think, rework the entire weapon system completely from the ground up, so then it's a lot cleaner and more organized. It's just better for me. Add a piercing animation. That's actually one of the things I do want to add. Probably as a sword skill, like a simple sword skill. From what I know, I don't think I actually have any animations for it. Unless I haven't seen it, but I'm probably gonna have to work on my own animations for a bit, but I'm probably gonna do that after we get the characters in, since that is something that is most definitely requested. Why does it need a rework? It just needs to be a lot more organized. I can look in here. So the way that weapons work is it's all based off of a blueprint system, but then it's based off of blueprint system sword weapon, I think. Yeah. No. Yes. No. Wait. No, it's not. That's just a random thing. I just need to change a lot of names. So everything is in here, apply damage and all that stuff, but it's only doing for training dummy at the moment. And I think it does work in multiplayer, but only the server side can actually swing. So if I go into here, I get this guy. You'll notice that his health is actually going to go down if I'm swinging correctly. Some of the animation stuff isn't actually correct. I have to change up when the character can actually damage. So I'll actually show you guys how this works. This is a reusable system, which I think is it's fantastic. So everything is based off of first attack, combo 2, and I think there's a combo 3 in there as well. And I can reuse this for pretty much everything here. My stream keeps lagging. I'm not dropping any frames by the look of it, so that sucks. A day-night cycle, that is not on the list at the moment, but I did want to add that in. That's probably going to be way later on, though. Mostly for testing at the moment. So we have everything like the trails and the sound effects. It's all in here. Allow damage, enable combos, and then you can do the second attack. And then once you reset combo, you can't do the second attack because this is like going into idle. So let's just test out where allow damage should be. So allow damage should be right about here. And disable damage should be about here. Second attack. I usually like to go a little bit before and a little bit after, so then it works properly. There's a lot of bugs in this though. This entire system is kind of buggy, and it's just, I don't know if it's actually good for multiplayer, but we'll have to look. So yeah, you can see that the server's actually dealing damage, and there's a bit of a delay between attacks, so you can't just keep attacking and it bugs out. But I'll have to change those delays depending on probably a value of the attack speed. That'll just be a bunch of technical work, which shouldn't be a problem. Let's look at that sword going through the shield as you swing. Yeah, there's a couple things that are that some details just need to be fixed up. There's also a little bit of the arm clipping, but this shield needs to be changed a little bit so the handle actually is sized properly, but those details we'll go through that later on. Are the charging things from SAO going to be in game? So sword skills, that's what the plan is. We have the glowing sword and it charges up an attack. So on the other client side, we actually can see that our health has gone down. But the thing is attacking, for some reason the montage isn't working properly, so we'll have to fix that up, because you can notice that he's not actually going forward, and that's the root motion. And I don't think he actually deals damage. Yeah, it's only doing 250, 250. So I'll have to do everything on the server side, so it sends the amount of damage done to the server, and then we'll go from there. Anyways, let's get right to the actual thing that we're doing. Where's the death animation? We don't have deaths yet, because death is going to be a little bit complicated for what we're doing. And I can't say as to what's going to happen when you die in the certain module. But yeah, It'll be cool. Most of the stuff we want it to be very immersive. You don't want to be like a floating thing. You want to be an actual, you know, there to see it all as it happens. Let me open up Photoshop. I haven't done any HUD design in a while, I think. I'm probably going to be rusty, but I do have all of the specifications over here. It's fairly simple, actually. The amount of things that we need on the HUD shouldn't be too hard. Just change my music. If none of you know, I play music on my own side. So if you guys want to play some music, go for it. There's no problem with that. And yeah. Let me just get a screenshot, actually. I think I should have one. You know what, we'll do just a gray canvas. Oh, it's dirty because it's not blended in with the legs. I completely know that. I'm probably gonna make it so when you take out your weapon, I think before how it was is when you take out your weapon, the player actually stops. But for some reason, the player isn't stopping. So I'm gonna make it so it stops movement. But that's just an easy way of fixing it. The hard way would just be, but the more, realistic way would be to make it so it blends it and only the top half of the body is actually doing things. Or the arms, per se, and a little bit of the chest. Isn't too difficult to do. I actually fixed up some animation work by doing blending of bones. Let me just make sure that you guys can see the chat. So I'm going to put it down in the corner here. Yeah, there's lots to fix. Lots to do, but it is coming along nicely. And once I start getting the combat and everything in, and those little details, and just break down everything, then I'm good to go. I gotta play some more ambient music. All right, so I want to have the HUD to be very simplistic. I don't want it to be too crazy on the eyes. I don't want too much shit on the screen, and I kind of want to inspire this by Middle's HUD. And most of the HUD is now white rather than grayscale, so we can definitely put that in here. Let me just make sure I'm saving this in a spot where you guys don't see any private information. Okay. User interface. Don't go the easy way? No, I won't go the easy way. But I do want it to fit with the current designs. Simplistic designs can actually just be annoying. Because you have to fit it in with everything. All right. I just gotta make sure I'm looking for this because UI redesign. Okay, let me take a look at this because this is our items UI. So we kind of want to have a similar look to this. So a lot of orange, which I think is nice. I do like this color palette here. So first we need a health bar, a nice color. I think I'm gonna do the green, and then as your health goes down, it'll get lower and stuff. So let's go with a simple rounded for now. And I want to add it, I can either put it in the top right corner or top left corner or the bottom left corner. Make it fairly thin. But at the same time, since it is in 3D space, it might cause some problems. Not to rush things, but is HUD customization planned? It actually is. People have asked for it before. I do want to make it modular. So what I'm doing here is it's mostly going to probably fit some sort of template. By template, I mean like the things will, I'll try to make it so you can move it around as much as possible. Alright, so let's add a gradient to this. Make this just white. Reverse. Make sure I'm doing this right, because the color, I don't want it to be full on white. I just want it to be soft light should be good. Why is there a middle color? There we go. There. Alright, nice. Let's get a white stroke around this. A stroke. Maybe not that color. Okay, wait, let's skip the stroke for now. I'll add that in later. And then we obviously want values. So actual numbers, because everybody loves to see their actual numbers in here. I don't know what kind of font we're actually using in game, so I'll just go with whatever I have in here. And we can obviously change it as time goes on. Alright, so max health is probably going to be a little bit smaller. I'll do that on a different design because I already know what color this is going to be at the end. It's going to go red, green to I think orange to red. So I'll have to kind of fluctuate a little bit as I'm making it. I don't want it to be too long. Alright. Well, you'll also create an armor bar to show the durability and the limit of efficiency. I could indeed do that. An Aeon? You mean like not having any durability? Okay. Usually HUD design is just a lot of figuring stuff out. What's a short form for stamina? Or if there's any, I just spelled thesaurus wrong. Goodness gracious. There's not much. Let's just go with stamina. I also don't want to make this too small because we want people to still be able to read it. I think that's, might be importante. Hey, what's up, Toxic? How you doing, man? How are you doing today? Four, five, six, seven. Right? Did I do that math right? I did. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. I'm really tired though. Work just kind of kills me. I thought you did a portion of the UI. Currently it's very like it's it's like a placeholder and not UI, but this is HUD, which I haven't done yet. So I do want to have a background in this actually, if players actually want to see it, rather than it going invisible on them. Because if I make it 3D, like if I make that 3D, it's gonna have problems. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Bill. Totally understand. Stam? I guess, Stam kind of seems a little bit weird, so I guess I should probably change HP to health. And probably change it to the same font size. Nice. And stamina is going to be a different color here. I'm going to copy the layer. And we're going to clear the layer style. I'm going to change this color to like an orange tint. Okay, yeah, I like that one. Paste the layer style. Could be a bit better, I think. Alright, and then we'll have the same thing for stamina, which I think will be max 100. I'll change this to the same color as this is. I don't know, actually. Maybe the brighter color. And then I can change this one to the brighter color. That will probably have to change color as you're playing. Almost 100% of RPGs. The green bar is HP and stamina, other color. Yeah, I think we could potentially have that as like a thing that highlights in like the health, or not health, the helping region. So we could kind of remove that and optimize some more space in here. So let's call this energy current. This is going to be energy max. It's going to be HP max. And this is HP current. So I'm naming things. Yeah, I really want to have modularity. So the reason why I'm doing it like this, where it's floating, is so players will, in the future, have the possibility of pretty much just customizing it however they like, moving it anywhere they want. I still want to have it so it's a simplistic design, though. I don't want to go too crazy. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly, because it's really difficult to get designs when the design straight up just goes into a parabola distortion. So I'm going to just go and I'm going to export this really quickly, and we're going to add it in as a placeholder, and then as I work on it, it'll update in UE4. I think that's very important to have and do, because if I don't update it and figure out how it's going to look in game, I'll have no idea. So I don't know if I need a backdrop or anything like that so it works well. So I need all that stuff. So let me just go into the test level so I don't spoil anything. All right, nice. Oh, let me take off 2 players. Okay. So I'm gonna quickly. So right now we have this. This is the current HUDs. If I take out the main, the map, and it's literally just SAO, and I don't really like it. So we're gonna change that completely. I'm gonna go in here, art, user interface. I think we have UI HUD health gauge. Yeah, there it is. So what we're pretty much gonna do is we're gonna set this to invisible so we still have the code there. Hidden. Gonna set all this stuff to hidden. And the image background, also set that to hidden. The text doesn't really matter too much. So let's get this into here. We got a placeholders folder, which is exactly for this reason. And I think in the future I'll definitely make it so so you can change it to have parabola distortion or no parabola distortion. I still have a lot of stuff that I kind of need to add in terms of customizing and in terms of how it looks, and yeah. But I think one of the main focuses for this is making it modular so people don't yell at me. This is visible, I believe. Yes. Right. So notice that parabola distortion. It straight up made it so it's kind of inward. Actually, it's supposed to be outward. I don't know why it's... Oh, the only reason why that is, I think... I don't know if it might be the anchor or the... because the image is so enormous. Yeah, it's because the image is so enormous. I believe that is why. See if I have... It's not based on SAO, but it's inspired by SAO. So we want to get the same feel as you would in, I guess, the SAO world. Or a similar feel. 3D UI? Dude, 3D UI is great. Okay, yeah, it actually is. That's weird. That is odd. Don't know why it's going inward. Let me take off the some of the stuff here. Hey, thanks, Mortis. The movement jitter? Oh yeah, I'm gonna be changing that. That's only gonna be working when the player attacks and stuff, but it's gonna be very minimal. Why is that rotated? The fuck? What have I done? I've done it again. Alright. So the movement is coming from the bar spring. Enable camera lag. There we go. Maybe make an option to switch UIs. I think for now, no, Ninja is not a developer. Only Stratosphere and I are developers. So that's what it looks like without parabola distortion. It's odd because this is actually not positioned properly. Most likely because of the health bar, which is a bit weird. We want it to be so it's perfectly aligned to the screen. We just move this to the side and we'll quickly do that. We have a white box on the right, apparently. I did it again. Okay. Why can I not see this? Maybe I can move it as... Oh, it might be the... Ah! It's because of the... It's actually because of the size of my screen. Oh god. Add a slight curve to the UI? That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just making sure that everything's sized properly. It's because this is actually in the 3D world, so... Whatever resolution you have... It's, you know... Gonna size with it. Alright, let's see here. I don't want too much. Alright, so now we have that little curve. Maybe a little bit more. Don't want to make it too crazy. So that actually is working fairly well with the world. There's one thing that I also noticed with the this UI is when there's clouds, it becomes very difficult to see things. So I'm probably gonna have to modify either the background of this to make it more gray, or maybe adapt to the color of the background, and then we'll see. Walking animation, it is a little too macho. Yeah, most of the... I'd say the walking animation is definitely one of those things that's very placeholder. That we want to change. It's not exactly how I want the feel to be. But it's good for now, I'd say. Like, it does its job. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm probably gonna, like, detect the overall brightness of the screen, and then I'll change it depending on that. I'll have to see what kind of things UE4 has to offer for that. Anyways, let's get right back to the designing here. Right back to the Photoshops. We also want to get a chat box, but I don't want it to get too full. Oh, somebody just followed and I completely missed it. My sound isn't actually going up for some odd reason. I'm so sorry. Who was it that followed? I did not see it. Feel free to raise your hand, but thank you for following. Chat box is definitely for later. Yeah, this is the main focus right here. We're gonna get this to look good. You followed Ninja? Well, look at you. Thank you. So I thought you were followed before. It's my follower notification broken. Oh no, I see it. I see it in the top right. Mortis, thank you for following. And Ned, thank you. I completely forgot that that thing in the top right is working. Atriox, thank you. After this long time. I completely forgot some of my stuff is actually working. Would you look at that? Wait, is it? No, I don't think it is. No, it's broken. It's fucking everything's broken. Wait. Thank you for the follows, guys. All right. So we got health and stamina, two of the biggest things. We could, because there is actually, would it be possible to decrease the stream delay? The stream delay is actually, it's 0. So whatever stream delay there is just Twitch. Or you can refresh. Sometimes I have problems. If you start lagging at the beginning, then it's going to lag behind. Stratosphere. Thank you. Why haven't you followed? My own developer hasn't followed me. What a butt. So, what I'm thinking to do, since I have a lot of attack animations for each weapon, and it doesn't seem too difficult to add in different stances that would cause different types of damage, or different inflicting damage depending on what weapon you have. We can definitely kind of open up, kind of, you know, let's say you have a crushing weapon, but you can also stab. And I want to make it so you can have multiple stances on your weapon. So I'm thinking I might just add the stances in the top right or the bottom right. I don't know where I'm going to add this in. Let me just move this down a little bit. Yeah, Twitch is, by default, is like 10-second delay or something like that. It's not too long. So we want like different stances. The most vibrant color, a very light green, like the house. Mmm, delicious. All right, so let's see if we can have a backdrop into this and if it would work well. I'm kind of looking at it and I'm thinking, would this be good with a backdrop, or should we just keep it nice and simple? Just to the point. Just like that. Nothing more to it. It's a nice little simple thing. Let's actually see how that looks in screen space, because I can change that to screen space. I think if I change it to screen space, though, it's not going to have any parabola distortion. Oh, it does. And it is going off of the screen. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright. But I feel like screen space is a lot more, it has a lot more detail. It's more high res, but I'll look into making sure that once we do start implementing things and people want either screen space or world space, we'll make it all customizable. Since the HUD is all client side, I can do a lot of stuff to it. Add the health and stamina, small, little, fancy, darker box. Good idea. I think these should be in a little box. Yes, yes, indeed. Indeed, I do like that. That's very good. Okay, let's do that. Yes. Oh, shit. Okay, wait up. So I can either go like this. Hey, what's up, Noodle Jet? We're working on Blades of Orterra, which is an RPG. And right now, I'm doing some HUD design. Make all the textures rainbow. How about a rainbow crab? You know what? I'm gonna actually, I'm gonna keep that idea on the top of my head. A rainbow crab. Can I have my associate help me there and write that down? Can you do something? Hello? An MMORPG? I don't think I'd ever do an MMORPG. That is suicide. Oh, you're Shadowfax. Oh, my bad. I did not recognize your name. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Okay, so what I could do instead of names is I could actually icons. I could do icons. Icons are great. I do indeed like me some icons. And add the entire. Let's just take a look at this first. I don't want to do the entire box. I feel like I could do that just in engine when we start building the widgets, and then people can set that to whatever numerations they want if they want the backdrop. Need a little plus sign button to enlarge character data. Alright. Alright, sounds like a good plan. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I want to make it so when you click... What button is it usually? It's usually control, right? Yeah, I want some stuff to be on the UI. Just very small little icons that you can click on to get to things quickly. Like, obviously, you can just click I and you get to this UI. Which is... I'm definitely going to have to add something in there to make it so you can see that easier. I swear I made this a lot more darker. Let me take a look at this. Opacity. There it is. I think I made this darker. I swear it did. Linear gradient multiply by 0.6. Nice. Will I be the final boss? No, I will not. But you know what? You can believe it. If you get to the final boss, that is. Yeah, as to the interactiveness to the GUI bit, yeah, I definitely think so, and it makes it easier for some people. Some people just like going into mouse mode and just clicking on things. All right, let's see if we can look at our UI a little bit. Oh, lordy lord. Isn't that just a doozy? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I can probably do that. But that's more for parties. So if we do get like a party or something, or if we have a team-based thing, I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to spoil anything. So we're gonna make this 0.3. We're just gonna make this the darkest thing we can. That's racist. But no, it's not. It's not at the same time. Isn't that amazing? Why is this so light? Hello. Ah. Ooh. I think 0.5 should show there. Hey, Noodlejet, thank you for following. Thank y'all. Alright. Nice. Don't want to make that too dark, though. Wisest thing somebody could say to that. Hey, man, I'm white. I won't deny it. Have you thought about any field bosses yet? Not exactly. I don't... we haven't really gotten to that. That's, like, way too far ahead. But, well, field bosses could mean different things. Do you mean by field bosses, do you mean floor bosses, or do you mean just straight up, like, mini bosses, just normal bosses that you'd find in the world? Wait a second, I just changed something. Oh, yes, this is what I changed. It needs to be darker. This looks more complete than AOA. Not really. I think there's many projects that are just way ahead of me. And that's, I'll admit to that. That there are projects that are way ahead, and that's okay. It's okay to have projects that are way ahead. It gives inspiration and stuff. Mini bosses littering the floor. Did we? I don't remember this conversation, but perhaps. Alright, this seems a little bit better. You can... Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to fix this up. I'll have to fix it up quite a bit. I think what I'll do is I'll just literally just make it a gradient. That, I have to do a lot of animation work and just make it super polished, but that's for later on, since we're going to be kind of... That'll be disabled for the module, that UI specifically. We're going to probably have different stuff on screen to just make it easier for us and easier for testing. And that's essentially what the module is going to be for, is mostly testing stuff out, making sure stuff is proper. Alright, so what was I actually physically doing in here? How's the game going? It's going pretty good. A little bit slow, because both me and Stratosphere have been busy, but it's going. It is most definitely going. Alright, so those gradients actually look fairly nice in there. I think they need to be a little bit longer. They need to be a bit of the longer schlong. Wow. Oh yeah, that's a panel I made for Bardock. By the way, for the people who are messaging me on Discord, I'm keeping up with it, but at the same time, so yeah. All right. So let's make the gradient a little bit bigger so then it's more noticeable on the current health. So over here, we're gonna make it just straight up expand into the progress bar. That typing sound. I was playing some game mode thing where you have a race car and it's like a typing test. And I was always winning. Winning. I don't know why. I guess I'm a fast typer. Can I increase the mic volume? Fucking hell. I actually don't know which way is increase. Did that increase or decrease? Oh wait. What? I think I can change it in here. Properties. Alright. How's that? A little bit better? How's that? How's that? Okay, I just did 100. You know, we'll do 90. We'll do 95. Okay. Alright, so let's re-import. This is how my HUD design goes. It's just you do something and then you check it out, see how you like it, and then you do another thing. I feel like it's brightening, but that's because it's probably a 3D UI. Still low? God dang it. Dude, I am trying my hardest here. Alright. Wait a second, I have to mute a channel somewhere here. There's too many people talking. Alright, there we go. Alright. Play the Minecraft soundtrack on your toaster. on my toaster. What kind of mic do I have? I have a Rode. I have a Rode P48 NT2A. I have a Rode NT2A. It's a little bit expensive. You might have to work like for 60 hours to buy it. No, 40. No. Do the math here. Really depends on what kind of job you have. For me, I'd have to work like maybe 7 years to get it. Oh man, what a fun life, right? All right. Let's just see. I do want to add that stance stuff in there. I could add a thing where it shows. No, I don't think we're doing that in terms of mechanics. The color for UI is the start of color change. Yeah, because everything's white and gray and ugh. Isn't that just nice? Nice and dandy. All right. Let me open up my UI, my HUD, which technically should be inside of an actual thing. So if we look at this, I think maybe having a stroke on the having a stroke in general. No, that's terrible. I shouldn't say that. On the HUDs here would be nice, but something that maybe. Would take me 3 days if I work hard enough. Damn, dude. Oh yeah, gradient. I do gradient in here. And I do maybe like a little light white. And then I do angle 90 degrees so it goes up. Actually, let's do like 45 degrees. Yeah. No. We gotta do 135. Well, because it's such a long line, we kind of want it like that in the middle. What kind of webcam do I have? I have a Logitech C920. What kind of a dongle do I have? I have the regular one that you buy at Walmart. It's pretty cheap. I don't want to do too much crazy stuff here because the stroke could be a bit too much. Okay, let's try 2. We'll try out 2. See how that looks. Might be a little bit too much. What kind of keyboard do I have? I have a Corsair K70. I think it's a K70, but it's not RGB or anything. It's nothing fancy. Can I have alpha key, please? Dude, the next alpha key is going to be on the Photoshop. I mean the Facebook. You know what? It is going to be on Photoshop. Just go on Photoshop, you'll find your alpha key. However, you need a legit copy of Photoshop, so don't try to torrent it. This is sponsored by Photoshop. Wouldn't that be hilarious if you were sponsored by Photoshop to the point where you could just give away your game inside of Photoshop? Now that would be good. That'd be good marketing right there. You'd make a lot of money. Not a big fan. Mainly because of how it's 3D. What kind of viewers do I have? I have no idea. They just went full retard for some reason. You guys stop. Oh my god. I don't know, Vexton. Welcome to my my new stream community. Okay, let's make it lighter. Oh man, that voice crack. Let's make it 50. Do the same thing with this one here. Just opened Photoshop help. Thank you. We're there by default. You know what? I'd have to say, I'd have to agree with that. Re-important. Maybe. I also added a little bit of IK in. It's not exactly perfect. In fact, it's not perfect at all, but it does its job so the feet don't clip too much. If you notice on the stairs, there's a raycast going through, but that's all client side. I think we'll keep that client side. We don't want that information going to the server because that's just a waste. I think it works with a weapon as well. Yeah, which is nice. It has that little detail and you don't have clipping going on. All right, let's check this out. I had a bunch of information that I had in just doing HUD. Alright, good luck, Caleb. Get that work done. Don't fail. Nobody wants you to fail. Alright, so we want to balance in terms of how the design is. So we want stuff on the left side, we want stuff on the right side. So it's everything is balanced. You feel like you're balanced. And you're not going to tip over. Okay. So we want, I'm really thinking, because some elements of the HUD are going to be visible as you have your weapon out. Some won't, be there. Mostly like, let's say you take out your weapon, you'd have more combat stuff showing up on screen. And then we can get a bunch of other stuff in there. One thing we do want 100% is we want our skills shown on screen. And I think it's going to be 45-degree squares. Excuse me. That wasn't me. So I think we might want to do that. I do like me some squares. Squares are great. Great squares. I love squares. Let's get a square right here. That is not 45 degrees. We don't want it too big either. Because imagine how many skills you have. We don't want to clutter the screen either with skills. And this is actually supposed to be a gradient. But it's not. So hey, that's okay. This is not working. Hello? This is supposed to be an alpha of 0. Where's my alpha? Alpha, 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 alpha. I forgot which integer was... Which one's the alpha? Uh-oh. Ah! I've found the problem. Why is that? Well, there we go. Let's actually group this up here. We'll call this health stamina. So that'll be bottom right. I think UI design is more of a combination of other things as well, and honestly, the amount of things that I've seen people like what they can do is it's crazy. Like I'm only doing simplistic UIs because I like simplistic UIs. It's one of those things I just like doing simplistic stuff. I've always been into doing that stuff with graphic design and everything. Like looking at this, that was my face. It's okay. You don't look back. It's very simple. It's not much to it. Little overlays and shit, nothing difficult. But, who knows? I'll look into it. At some point, I'm sure I can do something as a job. So I do want it to be a gradient, because that would be, that'd be, oof, spicy. That's some spicy stuff right there. And I want to kind of move this little bit more to the middle. Yes, 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 indeed. That reminds me of Paragon's. That's Paragon's logo right there. I'm gonna get sued by my engine. I could actually make it just a V. Nah, no. All right, we also want some darkness in here, some darkness. So we're gonna add. So I can add something. Okay, wait, where do I add? Uh-oh. I guess we'll have to create a new gradient. Skill square gradient. Yes, delicious. Now, skill square gradient. Give me that. Ah, there we go. Coolio. Is that using skill square gradient? Gradient? Yes, now it is. How do I edit it? There we go. So this is what we have so far. And if I add something in here, I can kind of give it a glow. A sick glow. Slow. Like you see you got red. You can put some orange in there. Orange. Some orange, not brown. Whatever we want to do, you know? I think this one's going to be the brighter color, though. And... No. It's going to be the darker color. Then we're going to add another one right here. Why does it feel like this did nothing? Let's make it orange. Now, I would make this like 45 degrees. A little bit farther up. Yeah, I like it. It looks so sick. Oh wait, let me just catch up on the stuff here. I like minimalist too, but I can't use GIMP or Photoshop for shit at designing attractive UI elements. It's all with practice. I used to make really terrible looking garbage things. Once you get used to it, it's great. Okay, so since we have a 3D UI, we could technically put the skills on the right here. Would be interesting, but I don't know. We also don't want the stroke to be too big because then it's just annoying. Since we want our little square thing to be in here, I'll show you exactly what I'm gonna do. So let's say I've got kind of an orangish look here. All right. So this is our skill that we're working on here. Just get something in here. Just, do I have any? I might just like end up getting a random thing. putting it in there. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah. Okay, so let's change this opacity here. I want that in the middle. And then I want this to go like that. I want this to go, I think that's straight up. That's fine, actually. And we want to cut this out a little bit here. Or we could make it white. Let's do that too. I could actually use this one right here. Select color range. Here. This is easier. This isn't gonna look great, of course, but it gets the point. Let's just cut this out. And then we want to create a clipping mask. We want this to be a lighter color. So what I'm gonna do is change the curves here. So we only have black and white for the most part. Let's release the clipping mask so it's only going on this layer. All right. And then I'll just draw over this. First. Oh my god, what's going on? I don't know how to Photoshop anymore. What is Photoshop? Oh my lord, this is what happens when you have a brush that's way too big. And then I'll get a second shade right here. Put that over here. And then we kind of want probably the same shade as this one. Then we'll go with a white. Actually, we'll go with the middle color right here. This is kind of like essentially how I'd create the icons. Or I could definitely do a different method and just make it easier for myself. I definitely could do that. Just go lazy mode on it. I could do anything. It would be quite interesting to see what I could come up with. Hey, how's it going, hater? How you doing, man? You know what? I'll just do lazy mode. That's it. I'm doing lazy. A lazy way of doing this. Dropping in for a while? Oh, thank you. Hey, man, just dropping in for a while is still great. We're actually going to change the color of this. Make it much brighter. There we go. That's a good color. Ooh. I'm going to do my gradient. My good old scale square gradient. Kind of an interesting one, but we'll do that. And then we'll have an inner shadow with 135. Make it a normal. Make it white. We'll do a soft light. Okay. And this will be clipping mask. Gonna add a drop shadow to it. And then we'll add some really fancy thing in here, which absolutely makes no sense, but we're gonna do it anyways. Kind of just playing around with it. I've never really done any swords or like icons yet, so this is all you guys are looking at the brainstorming as it happens. Select. Okay, so I have to remove this area. And it doesn't remove the hammer itself. Or yeah, sure, let's go with it. Whatever. I wasted too much time on this. And then we pretty much want to fit it in here. I don't know if I want the like exact size. Wait, first let's make it convert it to a smart object. So then we can resize it freely. Okay, so we can either align it to the actual square here, or we can kind of have a bit of a spacing. like this. And I kind of like the spacing, so we might just do that. I feel like that one's lighter. Why is that? That's just odd. So we could have it side by side, or we could just do an actual like grid system right here. But we'll just do side by side for now. Let me just quickly... We gotta find a spot to put like what key it is. So let's say this is Q. Definitely does not look like a Q. I think we need a different font for that. No. Maybe that'll work for now. You know what? We'll just call it, we'll make that the number 1. Alright, so we could do like that, where it's actually in the space of the square. So we can pretty much go in here and just be like, hey, okay, I want to add another one in here. This is numero dos. You know, add a little bit of changes in here. I don't know about the numbers though. They seem kind of weird. Alright, let's see how it looks in game. Ooh, that parabola distortion is making it kind of look weird. Alright, let's try keeping it in the middle. Let's do that. Something about the number placement is just not my thing. Maybe like that, like kind of in the middle. That could work. I could work with that. We could also surround it with a another 45-degree square. That actually is not centered at all. That is so weird. Alright, let's go to our character. That's the fault of my core character, because I just move everything around. So the location of this, in terms of the Y, is actually 0. So this one should technically be 0 as well, if we want it in the middle. So now that's in the middle, but it's kind of right in the middle of the character, which I don't really like too much. Let's also lower that parabola distortion a little bit. I don't want to make it too high, because then it just takes away a lot of the quality in the design. There we go. See, that's like a minimal amount, but it's like perfect amount. Alright. Hmm. Can I make the interface follow the character movement? That is something we had before. Um, but people were kind of annoyed by it. So it's probably going to be a disabled thing. Or, yeah, we'll just have to see. I think it's just because it's not smoothed enough. I think I liked the rotation a lot more. Yeah, see, it's like way too... For an RPG, people would hate that, but there is going to be a little bit of lag every time you like swipe and attack and stuff to kind of add a bit more feel to it. Make it really over dramatic, you know what I mean? Ha! Alright. So, let's see what we can do to improve the look of the skills at the bottom. Like, either we can move it away from the center and just put it on the right side. Because I feel like that would be, for some reason, a lot better. Okay, so we're going to call that sword skills, and we're going to put that on the right here. You know what, we'll put it like right on top of the health. Since some of these are probably going to use stamina. Alright. Change that to a 3. Nice. Change this color to more of like a, I guess, blue. We're just changing the color so it's a little bit easier to see what's going on. I think the next time I do a concept like this, I'll have a bunch of icons. And what we could also do is increase the size of this a little bit. So then players can see it, see what's going on. Alright, let's change this color to purple. Look at that color coding. Ooh. It's a rainbow. Somebody requested for a rainbow. Here you go. Rainbow. Not really a rainbow, but you know what? Let's just go with it, alright? It's a rainbow. Hey, what's up, Sam? I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? How have you been? What have you been up to? Have you been designing some dank memes? Okay. Okay. I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Ooh. Whoa. All right. This looks pretty good. You've been doing college work? Oh shit! I didn't know you're in college now. That's sick. What are you studying? Mank de memes? Deems? Yo, what are you working on in the college? I didn't know you were in college now. That's insane. All right, how does it look, guys? What do you guys think? Should I position it a little bit different? Maybe change the scale a bit. Don't want to make it too big because, you know, obviously some crazy person's gonna have 9 skills on it. It's just gonna be like, oh my god, I've got so many skills. Waste all my stamina. It's gonna be absolutely insane. All right. I'm sorry. So the whole reason why I'm keeping everything in groups is people really want a modular UI. So technically what I'd be able to do here, character looks terrific. Dude, it's just a placeholder. He looks amazing. So technically what I want people to be able to do is move it anywhere they want to. So let's say somebody likes their skills in the top left, and then they can do that, or in the bottom left and all that kind of fancy stuff. Maybe the camera's placed a bit too high now. There's a lot of things I can definitely edit and change up. But those are small details that I'm going to probably do way later on. Currently retaking English, but after Christmas we'll be doing software development. Dude, awesome. That's sick. Can't wait to see what kind of software. Are you going to become a software developer at Twitch? Aren't they looking for software development? Who knows? Just work at Discord. You'll be fine. The camera might be a little bit too high. We'll have to look into... But that's going to be after, once I actually get the character models in clothing and stuff, because then I can finally see the actual details that I need to edit. I think I might just take off the glossiness off of this character, though. I think that's one thing I really want to do. Where's my mannequin? That's material instance. Alright, nice. Fake normal map, material packed into RGBA. Okay. Apple apps? Nice. I want to be better than her. Ooh, look at this competition. Competition, oh. So which one is roughness? We got some plastic shiny beige, soft metal. I don't exactly know what this is, actually. Oh, that's cool. By the look of it, this is the body color, and it's going into here, so... I don't think I should have opened this. I'm gonna leave that. Oh, you have free? Oh, dude, that's sick. Let's change this roughness so it's not too shiny. There we go. Nothing is showing up, apparently. Alright, that's gonna compile 50 million shader. 400, that's it. Ooh. I still have yet to go into college. You know what? I'm gonna skip that, though. Because I'm stupid. No, I don't know. I'm actually not sure if I want to still go into college or anything, really. Is that the wrong Discord channel? It's probably the wrong Discord channel. Invalid or has expired. Hey, that's cool. We have an updated MooBot. Can I have my associate fix that for me, please? Felt like it was a waste of time, so I quit. I think the only reason why I'd go to college is maybe to learn a few things, and then maybe go to an internship or co-op or whatever there is. Ah, there we go. That's better. I didn't like the lens flares going on my face all the time. Alright. The health might be a little bit too green. I think I might want to tone down the green a little bit. Health and stamina. Stamina bar. Health bar. Health background grad. It's a grad student. Damn. What Discord is that? I don't even know what Discord that is. I don't know. I need to add the Orterra's community Discord here. If anybody has yet to go into the Orterra Discord, there's that one right there. All right. So the positioning of the I want to change the health Yeah, that's my Discord. That is my Discord. I am putting a shameless plug of my Discord. So I need to change the green a little bit, make it a little bit darker, not too, annoying. And then skills should probably be in a little bit of a better spot. I don't know, maybe I could just keep it there. Because who knows how many skills you're going to have, right? Maybe increase the size of it. There's actually, there's a possibility that I could make it so players can actually change the scales of this. If I do it properly, and I customize it properly in the proper squares, I can definitely get that going. But I do think I should get some sort of thing going in here so that it darkens as you get into a lighter background. Where do you get the character model with animations all? The character model is from UE4 themselves, so that's completely free when you go into a project or a content example or any of that stuff. And then the animations, I bought all of them. Yeah. I am like outsourcing animations because making animations is just so difficult. Well, not difficult, it's just time consuming. And if I want to get a proper proof of concept out there, making finalized animations as my first focus is not exactly the smart of things. The animations are on the marketplace, though. You can find all of them on the marketplace. I mostly go with Cabaldi? I forgot his name. But he has some really good animations, a bunch of sword attacks and all that stuff. Alright, so we're going to change the health bar color here. Too much nicer. Green. Oh, not too dark. Kind of want to add a little bit of that in there. Oh, still too dark. There we go. HP current. I like that a lot more. Alright. Let's check that out. I don't think we'll be able to do some implementation today, but hey, at least we're designing it, we're getting it done. Crossing it off the list. As a dev, what do you think of the quality of FIFA? I don't know. I don't really look at FIFA all that much. I feel like every single sport game, whenever they release more stuff, it's just the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, that's way too saturated. Saturated the word. Okay, health bar. Going back here. And I want to move it a little bit more to the right. That's, I think, the one. What engine is this? This is Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine 4. I definitely recommend it. If you're looking into doing game dev or something, that it is the so one of the best things. Okay, so let's say you want to add another row of skills. We're gonna group that up and do, I guess, column. That's a column, right? Yeah. Eight, 7, 6, and 5. What are you thinking about for combat? It's very, at the moment, it does work for single player. Like, well, it kind of works in multiplayer, but it's only the It's only the server that can kill players, or I guess deal damage to them and do montages. But I have some of the stuff going on in here with animations and root motion, and I have a whole design which hopefully works in multiplayer since it is all found in an anim montage. But I think it'll be pretty easy to replicate it, so it shouldn't be too big of a problem. And then I do have other animations and stuff. We have, I think, 3 different attack stuff. How much RAM does it take on your PCU? Oh man. How much dedicated RAM? Let's not talk about that. Just stop. Alright, let me change the couleurs here. Duplicate that. Colorize. So we were at purple, so let's just get some pink in there. Ooh. Red. Oh, and then what do we do here? So we go back from the bottom. We're gonna get some brown in there. I'm doing kind of a mix. At the moment, most of the stuff is kind of single player, but it's also like the server can kind of deal damage to other clients. So right now it's kind of a mix of both, which is a little bit odd and weird, but it is definitely it's coming along, and I'm gonna be probably working on multiplayer compatibility soon, getting that stuff going because I think that's very important. Especially to what I'm doing right now, since right now I'm basically making a module. I'm not showing too much of it though, since that would be spoilers. But yeah, I'd have to add in the multiplayer compatibility. What's the deal with 1.5? We're currently like focused on some other stuff right now. The module. Oh god, that voice break. Ah, voice break, voice crack. Drinking water. All right. Where am I looking here? Re-import. What's the deal with 1.5? Oh yeah, I answered that. Most of it is just, all the focus right now is on the is on that good old module, so then everybody can have a slice of stuff, since it is going to be free. We need all the testers we can get for that. All right. I think the sword skills can kind of be a little bit more to the right. Probably. I feel like the numbers might intersect. If a player has more skills, they can only have 2 columns. Which I guess some people wouldn't like too much. All right. Let me think here. So that would probably show up when players in combat, but there are also skills that are probably going to be there that aren't combat based. So we might just want to make it always be there. I'm assuming you'll be releasing some sort of early alpha. If so, any plans? There is plans for some sort of kind of early pre-alpha module, a combat module. Well, just spoiled it. But anyways, actually no, it's gonna be a cooking module. I'm just working on some random shit right now for you guys. You can make it vertical, which would make it infinitely expandable. You can also infinitely expand horizontal. Why is my webcam on? Something is looking at me. Interesting. Interesting. Exit that. Uh. Somebody's looking at me. That's odd. Anyways, it's back to what I was talking to. Yeah, so fire making, wood cutting. But yeah, I do have plans for it, and it is going to be free. The kind of early alpha. There is a pre-alpha, which is the open world, which I can open that up actually. I'll show you guys that. Since I'm probably going to go offline soon, we kind of have a gist of the health and stuff, a little bit of showing off. I could probably do some more UI design later on in a different stream. But, yeah, we were kind of just, chilling, talking about stuff, figuring out how we want this to look in terms of the style, which is obviously always going to be simplistic slash minimalistic, since that's what the UI is. Let me just close this. We'll work on that more later. I'm just opening this up. You don't really see it, but I'm opening it up. So I really want to keep it at, like, the project being a very, yeah, it is ambitious as a final product, I guess. But the whole module thing kind of dumbs it down a little bit and lets us work on separate things, and gives a little of an early access to people. Does your engine have default multiplayer setups? Yeah. You can pretty much start with multiplayer like right at the beginning. They pretty much have everything set up for you. You just kind of have to set what replicates and all that kind of stuff. So let me turn off the music because there are not really sounds. They're kind of garbage, but might be a bit loud. Was that loud? I think it's fine. I think I like lowered the volume. So we do have our old main menu in here, which is completely changing. Some settings. Wow, $10? Here's all the funding you need for fishing. Thank you. You know what? I'm gonna add fishing now. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be the best. It's gonna be great. We're gonna find the greatest people to make a great fishing mechanic. It's gonna be absolutely great. Build a wall. Make America great again. Anyways, back. Thank you, Sam. That's nice of you. That is my subway money. Yeah. So we do have some random, UI stuff. Wait. Okay. Yeah. So that does work. Does indeed work. And then a lot of stuff in, like, there's a very work in progress character customization, which is mostly just UI stuff, and kind of gets the idea of it. Fishing better not be AFK. Most of our skills that we're planning out is we kind of want to go away from that whole AFKing. Like, we wanted to go away from that whole AFKing thing. We want to make it so you're actually doing things. But yeah, this is really work in progress stuff. I feel like I did more UI in here. 1-800 AFK farm. The good old RuneScape days. So this is probably not going to be in the module, but it's in the current, I think it's in the current pre-alpha. Really like how the interface is going. Thank you. Getting that going. It's going great. Alright, so let's load into persistent Aincrad. And most of the stuff is just the same as how it was from the last stream when we did Tulbana. It's super like early block out and all that kind of stuff. It's very early on. I kind of like went away from this build. I'm focusing on the other build because I think that's just better to do overall. Just focusing on one thing at a time rather than going all over the place. And then just like, I don't know, I want to build towards what's releasing first rather than putting in things for later on. And yeah, just go into here. You've gotten a lot done since the last time I've seen this project. I don't know. I don't feel like I've done too much yet. I don't feel like I've done too much, but it's getting there. Load up these two here. We don't want F6 as of yet. We don't want to open that. So the city is still the same block out. It's got the social area. Tolbana is pretty much the same thing. It's got the walls and how I'm going to set up the city in general and all this other fancy stuff. This build doesn't have like the updated combat and stuff because I haven't updated it. Doesn't even have the new weapons and all that kind of stuff. But I'm probably going to update it later on. Get all that stuff going in. It's a lot further. It's alright. It's alright. It's not too far. There's a lot that can be fixed up. Current combat is definitely a big work in progress. You see that sign? That sign tells you the truth. So, this is the old... And you can notice the big differences between this old system and the new system that I showed in. And we have the other attack animation, which is this. It's a lot slower. But this will probably be for heavier weapons. So you can see that the trail is kind of choppy. And like, I can attack these. That is definitely a thing. I think the lighting in this is also different. There's a lot of broken things. So I attack it. It's all good to go. It dies and then it respawns. It's not multiplayer, but you know what? It will be at some point. And then there's a lot of transitions that need to work out. I think the crystals on the top, I'm going to make those like crack or something. Yeah, thank you Atriox for the dummy design. So there it is, it respawned. I guess I can show you the little placeholder animation I made for that. I should have like an insta-kill weapon. Wouldn't that be nice? And our minimap was working, but in multiplayer, the more clients that logged in, it just lagged. So I'm going to figure out a different method of doing it. Make it so I can have waypoints and stuff on it. But a lot of stuff is it's super placeholder. There's a lot of work that can be done. Like a ton. A lot of visual improvements, and way more mechanics. Way more mechanics. And I would do more work, but it's just, you know, with everything, like work and all, it's kind of difficult. But I'm picking up pace. It even has this, it's the old name of the game in there. Why is there a white box over there? Is that the inside of the... It is. Would you look at that? I didn't load that. I think I might have broken something. I must have broken something. Have I? I did. I think I broke the door. World. Wait a second. Door sent to level. I must have broken this. Will I be able to get drunk? Somebody actually joked about that, and I'm like, just imagine just wobbling around and tripping on the floor in the world. Wouldn't that just be absolutely fantastic? I don't know why it's loading, because you're supposed to be able to go inside of this building, but for some reason, you can see it, which is odd. You're not supposed to. If I make that the main one. Weird. I actually haven't had this bug before. So let's try new editor window. It's probably the same effect. Alright, so I click the console and it crashed the entire thing. Oh. Goodbye, UE4. Oh, we're fine. This is weird. So, what's going on in here is pretty much these two little doorways are collision boxes. And you're supposed to be able to load in and go technically inside. It would be kind of instance. And also salted, just go for it, man. Like, I think there are a lot of people that learn things different ways. I'm learning programming, I guess, or visual scripting. And other people would do the other way around. They'd learn art. And just the best way of doing it is just, making blockouts. Do whatever you can. And if you can't do it, then I guess you work with another person, and that's just how it is. You have one person who does the art, one person who does the programming. You have two different skills. And both people are very good at what they do. This is weird, though. I'm not very good at what I'm doing, obviously, because it's broken. I don't know how it broke. Might have been when I duplicated it. It just kind of just went goodbye. Let's try standalone game. I can do that. Probably going to open up the main menu, and then we'd have to load in, though. Which is A-okay. So yeah, this is very outdated. Doesn't have the updated combat and all this other stuff, so I could actually probably load in the dummy on the updated version. We can get that going. We could probably do that. Here, let's see if this works. Oh, no, it's still loaded. That's not normal. I'm guessing, yeah, that's loaded with the persistent level. But that's not supposed to be loaded. I am so confused. Duh. Alright, whatever. We'll look at that another day. Yeah. That's not supposed to load. I'm guessing I might have screwed something up in here because I was answering somebody's question. And, something might have just screwed up. Start match. World settings. World composition. Summon world composition. I could actually open the actual build that is available to the pre-alpha testers. I could do that. I think I still have it. Project builds v140. All right. This is what pre-alpha testers currently have through a game jolt key. This might be a bit loud, so cover your ears. Oh my lord. Lower it all. Lower that too. Thank goodness. It's still loud as hell. Alright, enter the world. That is this. Ah, there we go. See? I must have screwed something up. I'll have to look into that later on. Let's just move this all down. My master volume isn't there. Okay, lower that. There we go. Alright. Sorry about that. Should have probably said cover your ears and then waited 30 seconds, but I said cover your ears and then I did 1 second later. Let's just rush over here with our speeds. So I have entering buildings working, kind of. It's not multiplayer, of course. All that stuff is coming soon. You can pretty much go into a building and then the outside despawns. Oh, that's fucking loud. And then you'd pretty much be inside of the palace and you fake out the windows and all that kind of fancy stuff. Wow, apparently my computer is a potato and it can't load the outside. So if we go on and ahead, fly up here, you can see that the church is over there. That's one of the, I think that's like the latest thing I worked on. Or no, the market stall's over here. That's definitely something I do want to do actually, Ninja. So, but that's a lot of particle work and stuff. So I'm probably gonna be doing that later on. Hacker. Sorry, it's just me. This is a very old build though. I don't know what the testers have currently in terms of stuff. They have an old UI, I know that for sure. I think their items don't work because it's not physically there anymore. I removed it. It's gone. Don't even look at it. We can quit. Get out of this terrible looking thing. Alright, well, I didn't want to do too long of a stream since I'm fairly tired from work. So, I'm gonna go on ahead and I'm gonna say have a good one. And thank you for dropping in. Thank you to Sam for the $10 donation. That is much appreciated. Thank you so much. Sam has been here for a while. And supported me throughout the years of my failed attempts at video game development, but I think this will be a good one. But thank you for joining in. If you did miss some of the stuff that we worked on, we did some UI design, we did some nice HUD design, and you can check that out. I'll also be uploading this on YouTube, youtube.com/crimsonwings, same as the Twitch. There's a lot of videos on there. There's like maybe 24 development videos, I think, at this point, and a bunch of updates and stuff. You can see how the project is going. We also have a Discord. Don't forget to join the Discord now. Let me get the link for you. There's the link. So feel free to join that. Ask questions, whatever you want to do. Chill with other people. Make friends. And eat a sausage while you're doing it. You know what? It's great. You get a best of both worlds, right? Alright. I will see you guys later. Thank you for joining in.